This conference will now be recorded.
So we are learning about budgeting. Okay, we are learning about budgeting. Let me close all this too many open. So let me go to USMF budgeting collapse all. So budget register entries you have entered. In this we have entered 5,000 as expenditure. Then in the budget control configuration, the formula is budget funds available is equal to original budget minus actual expenditure. Okay, so whenever you are doing an entry for expenses, general journal, journal entries, not this one, give me a minute. Here we are entering, suppose we are supposed to enter 4,800. Then if you are verifying validate button, it is budget funds are failed. Why it was failed? The reason behind, in the budget register entries it is 5,000, but if you go to related information, actual versus budget, 5,000 is the available budget, original budget, but you have consumed already 2,500 and remaining budget is 4,750. You can see from here. Otherwise we can generate report. So you can go to budgeting, collapse all, inquiries and reports. Okay, here actual budget versus original budget. You can select dimension set combination. What is this? I will explain you. Apply parameters. Model it is 2022. Then apply parameters. It will show you for all. Okay, only for this account 602200 you can see the amounts. Okay, so here it will show you against this one budget entry. This is budget entries. For this one, what is the budget entries? It will show you entered, and what is the journals it was entered, actuals you can see here. So now remaining balance is 4,750. That is the reason if I'm entering for 4,800, it is throwing error message. Till now, any doubts or any clarifications required? Anyone? Is it clear? Okay, I hope it is clear. Silence is acceptance. Okay. Now, let us understand about the most important budget control configuration. Okay. And one more, it is one report. Another report also we can do. Duplicate. One more report. So budgeting. Okay, here you can see budget control statistics, and you can click on apply parameters. it will show you the original the budget funds available, the revised budget, total budget, it is expenditure, whatever it is there. Okay, so this is, we'll discuss this one later. So we can see the report. One is actual versus budget, and this is budget control statistics. Something you can see. Two reports. Now let us focus on budget control configuration. So this is important. The important setup is budget control configuration. Now, financial dimensions. Whenever you are entering budget register entry, here we have not entered any financial dimensions. Means we have entered only structure. Okay. Now, if you want, I will go to APL company and we will do it in APL company for better understanding. In APL, we don't have anything, and here for budget control configuration also, if you go to APL, it will be blank, nothing here. Now, if you want to click here structure, it is blank. Okay, so create draft. Now you can click on create draft. Now you need to select the account structure. Okay, it is throwing error message. Accounting structure P&L does not contain any dimensions that are enabled for the budget. Enable the budget dimensions for the select the account structure. Okay, what is this means? If you want to use financial dimensions in the budget, financial dimensions I want to use in budgeting, the first one is financial dimensions should be created. Next one is this financial dimension should be used in accounting structure. Next one is financial dimension should not be used in advanced rule structure. Understood? It is not, should not. It should not be used in the financial dimension, accounting structure. Next condition, you don't know this one. Here, if you go budgeting, collapse all, setup, basic budgeting, dimensions for budgeting, you need to enable here. Dimensions for budgeting. Okay, so I'm not going to use this one. I'm not going to use like soft cost center. I want business unit and department. I can select. Okay, this next step is not in USMF. I need to do in APL. Sorry, in APL budgeting, dimensions for budgeting. I need to select main account. Whatever you want, you can select here. That is the next condition. So what is this means here? Dimensions for budgeting. In which module it is? Budgeting. Budgeting setup, basic budgeting. Okay, basic budgeting. Next, just a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, in the basic budgeting, dimensions for basic, in the basic budgeting, dimensions for budgeting, you need to choose what are the dimensions you want. Then only it will allow you to select in the budget control configuration. In the budget control configuration, you can select once again this one. Then it will show you here. And from here, once again, you need to choose. Understood? So, next one is budget control configuration. Budget control configuration. Got it? Any questions here? This is the sequence steps. One is financial dimensions should be created. We need to create how many by default, how many financial dimensions available in Dynamics AX, Dynamics F&O? Anyone?
0.
Yeah. Can you speak loudly?
By default 0, sir, but we can create n numbers.
Yes. By default it is 0, but we can create n number of financial dimensions. We can create n number of financial dimensions. Okay. So now, once it is created, you need to use that one in the accounting structure. If you want to use in the budgeting, if you want to use in the budgeting, it should be used already in the accounting structure, and it should not use in the advanced rule structure. In the advanced rule structure, it is should not be used. No use. If it is used in the advanced rule structure, that you cannot use in the budgeting. So next, dimensions for budgeting, you need to select, and then budget control configuration. Whatever the combination you have selected, now here only this will valid in the budget register entry. In the budget register entry, that only it is valid, whatever you have selected. So these are the steps if you want to use financial dimensions in the system, in the budgeting. Okay, so fine, I will proceed, but I think meanwhile some of our colleagues has pinged some issues. What is the error? Let me see. Venkateshwarlu.
Yes, sir.
So what is this?
Sir, I have created a new company and new financial year. In the name of the company, the financial year is fiscal year is DIL.
Fiscal year is?
The name I have given is DIL. DIL.
Okay.
So when I have when I'm matching that one, 1 minute, sir, I'm opening the error.
Do you have system with you?
Yeah, it is open, sir.
Okay. Can I make you presenter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm making you presenter. You need to accept. Yeah. Okay, DIL.
One minute, sir.
So,
No, I'm seeing that go to window. It is showing. Go to window. So 1 minute.
let me make myself presenter, and once again I will make you presenter. So I'm making you once again presenter. Now can you share once again? Yeah.
My screen is visible, sir.
Yeah, it is like Skype. Now it is application. Yeah, you can open the application now. It is already there. Yeah.
But in between this is opening, sir. 1 minute.
I know, like Sky, like GoToMeeting is confusing you, am I right?
Yeah, yes.
No problem. You
Now,
can try to spend. Yeah, you can make it full screen. Yeah. Ah. Now go to this one only. In this one only you can go. So leave it that GoToMeeting. Don't touch GoToMeeting. Leave it. Now left
but it
side.
is
Go to left side.
it is hiding the menu, sir. And
Okay. No, no. You see, it is there are 5 menus. You are selecting only one. You can select only one. What is the problem? You are already in the ledger form, am I right? From this
yes,
one you
sir.
can go left side. You can go left side, and whatever you are referring, you can show me. Okay. At last you don't want to disturb this ledger form.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Show me now. You are in the fixed asset group.
Yes, sir. So in the
You can use
physical
any.
group,
Yeah. Tell me
I
now.
have added. I have created. I have added the books to the fixed assets group.
Hmm.
There, the year financially year fiscal year it is showing default as fiscal, sir, instead of my DIL, which I created new calendar.
So at that one, uh, create new one. Depreciation this year. Create new one. Create new one here.
Years and year.
Yeah. Create new one. Okay. And select something because first one is, what is the country of this one? Country of legal entity?
US, sir.
USA. Okay. So what is your doubt here?
Here the
Depreciation here.
default. Here it
Ah,
is coming default. It is showing as fiscal instead of which I created DIL on calendar.
okay. So then go to the depreciation methods. Go to the depreciation methods. Not here. Go to the depreciation methods. Fine. You can use this one. Same one. You are confusing. Like forget about the changing this version. From here only you can go. The same menu. No problem. Escape. Click on escape. No. Yeah. Go to the once again now. Depreciation methods. Yeah. Go
I have
inside
to.
depreciation. See the same menu. You can use it, Venkateswarlu. No need to go for, because you are facing challenges. Go to meeting link. So the same only one browser you can use it. You can proceed. Okay. Fixed
Okay, sir.
assets. Yeah. Because you are new to this GoToMeeting sharing, that is confusing a lot. Don't worry
Yes,
on
sir.
that one. Depreciation profiles. Profiles. So here you have used fiscal, okay, RB, fiscal calendar, okay, and then fiscal period. Okay, next SL. Can you go to the
No,
SL?
sir. I have taken DIL. Remember, I have taken the calendar
No, no,
as
that is
DIL.
correct. That is correct. No
Okay,
problem.
where
Wait,
is
wait.
your company name?
Fiscal is correct. See here, it will show you two options. One is fiscal. One is uh,
The
like
calendar which I created.
physical. Physical or fiscal. Only two.
Yeah.
That is fine. That is
Oh,
fine. No worry. Okay,
oh,
no
okay,
worry.
okay.
Fine. Now close. Close. Now go to the books. Go to the books. within the same browser you can use it, Venkateshwarlu. Don't go for some other browser because GoToMeeting will confusing you a lot. Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
here we have calendar, like it is allowing to select DIL. You have selected. Now what is the
Yeah.
concern here?
When I am mapping from the group, we have to link between the books and the group, no, sir. There,
Okay,
when I
fine.
am mapping, it is showing as the fiscal. It is okay, sir.
That is, leave it. That is fine. No problem. Fiscal means it is financial calendar. Like calendar means it is Jan to December. Fiscal means whatever you have configured here. You need to concentrate on books only.
Okay, I thought the name it will show as till there. That's why I'm confused between fiscal
Here it
and
is
this.
to fiscal means the financial calendar. That means financial calendar. That's it. That calendar where
Okay.
you are mapping in the books. Clear now?
Yeah, then now it clears. Okay, fine, sir.
No problem.
Sir, some topics are not covered in the fixed asset, sir.
So which one?
The salvage value
Okay.
and the
So
depreciation
salvage.
convention methods.
Okay, convention method and salvage value will discuss. Okay, please remind me. I will discuss after this budgeting.
Okay,
One
fine,
is
sir.
salvage value, one is like pending
Depreciation
points,
convention.
right? Okay, convention method also. Fine.
Fine,
So
thank you, sir.
write down as a pending points. Definitely will
Yeah,
discuss.
yes.
Yeah. So I'm making myself presenter. Fine. So see, remember, whenever I'm starting the session, in the very first, interrupt me, because now, like if you are facing any challenges, simply don't like you can paste in the group, that is fine. Along with that one, I may not look at the issues and I will continue the subject, but interrupt me in the very first, like, because now it is ending the sessions. Okay, slowly. So you can interrupt me in the very first and you can ask me your doubts first, so that the pending topics it will be prolonged. No problem for me. Okay, fine. So in the initial stage only itself it is, please interrupt me at 8 o'clock only, at whenever the starting the session, at that time only please interrupt me for your doubts clarifications first, because
Okay.
if a doubt is there in your mind, you will not concentrate on whatever I'm teaching the subject.
Yes, sir.
Your mind will think
Okay.
about that errors only. Okay, fine.
Okay, noted, sir. Thank you.
So financial dimensions created, and it should be used in the accounting structure, and it should not be used in the advanced role. It will not use. It is not used. Like I mean to say, if you want to use in the dimension, it should be added in this only, not in this advanced rule structure. And our dimensions for budgeting. Next, budget control configuration. So now we are going to this budget control configuration. I have selected. Next, over budget permissions. Here, by default, suppose the budget amount is $5,000. Then if it is 5,001, if I am entering, it should throw error message. It is throwing. Am I right? Like we have verified yesterday in the USMF company. Now, suppose CEO or CFO of the company, they are entering these transactions. CEO or CFO or top management. Then system should not throw any error message, because they know they are the decision makers for this company. So they want to allow over budget. Allow over budget processing means system should not throw any error message for this group. What is this group? Means system administration, users, user groups. I can create one specific user group, like management one group. Suppose I have created one management group, and I can give permission for users, so that I can select that specific user group and for this user group, I want to allow the entire amount. There should not be any restrictions for this top management. Understood? For normal business people, it should prevent at a threshold limit. I mean to say, if it is 5,000 entered, if it is allowing, if you are entering $5,001, it should stop. But for specific groups, I want to give exception. Then you can map it. Understood? Understood this one? Okay.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yeah.
The management, they will not use this application, no sir, only users will use. Then
So
how they
it is not like management. I'm giving an example. Like one key person, he is feeding the data. I want to give exception. This is not mandatory. If you want specific over budget permissions for specific people, yes, you can give. That's what my intention here.
Okay,
it is not only anyone, any specific group. If they don't want, for them they want to give exception. We want to give exception. That is key persons. Otherwise, finance director, he is entering. Of course, director will not enter data entry, but he is entering. Then it should not stop. This is my requirement. Then you can use it. So this is not mandatory. Usually it will be stopped for all. If you want to give exception, you can give exceptions for specific group, and you can allow this members, team members. Understood?
Yes,
I want to apply for all. Then you can don't enter anything, leave it. That's it. Okay. Next, budget funds available. So here, original budget minus actual expenditure. Original budget minus actual expenditure is the calculation we learned yesterday. Okay. Now, budget types, there are different types. Let us understand budget models. Setup, basic budgeting, budget codes actually is budget codes. Let me write down. Budget codes. One is original budget. Original budget, we know. Original budget means like in the initial days, it is whatever the budget is there, that is original budget. Now suppose we are in the year 2020, suppose, and in the month of March, 1st March, it was finalized the budget funds for each and every expenditure. I'm running my business. 1st March 2020, it was budget is freezed for 1st April to 2022, 31st March 2022. The budget is freezed. We have created, it was finalized. Now on 19th March 2020, sudden surprise to everyone. What is that sudden surprise? Do you remember?
Pandemic started.
Pandemic situations, central government declared like it is initially one day, like shut down your business. Later it was extended, uninterrupted. Am I right? I need to close my business. I mean to say I need to stop my business. I cannot open my shop. I cannot run my business. Agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So on 1st March, I don't know the situations. All I came to know on 19th March, there was happened. So for this, budgets are, suppose 601,200, some expenses, it is 5,000, I have declared, and 602,300, some expenditure, it is 10,000 or 8,000. Like this, I have planned total budget, it is 25 lakhs. This is already declared on 1st March. Now, all of the sudden, like suppose I'm purchasing laptops and I'm selling laptops. I'm purchasing washing machines, I'm selling washing machines. Or I'm purchasing cloths, I'm selling cloths. That is my businesses. Now, all of the sudden, it was pandemic situation. I cannot run my business. Last year, my total turnover is 5 crores or 6 crores. Then profit is, expected revenue is 50 lakhs. So 25 lakhs is the expenditure. I'm expecting like last year, I got 60 lakhs profit, 60 lakhs gross income or gross profit. In that 25 lakhs is my expenditure. So 35 lakhs is a net profit to my company. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to sell 5 crores or 3 crores or 4 crores. It was all of the sudden pandemic situation. Now I want to decrease this budget from 5,000 to 3,000. Means I need to enter minus 2,000 here. I need to decrease my value minus 3,000. Like that, I can decrease here minus 5 lakhs. Everyone did like this, am I right? Agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is called original budget. Now this is called revised budget. Understood? What is this revised budget? Earlier I planned expenditure 25 lakhs. Now I have decreased from 25 lakhs to 20 lakhs. How it is? Minus 2,000, minus 3,000, minus 5,000, minus 10,000. Like each expenditure I have decreased, and I have decreased minus 5 lakhs. Then 25 minus 5 lakhs, it is 20 lakhs. You cannot modify once it is posted. Any transaction, once it is posted, you cannot modify. You need to do plus or minus through revised adjustment, revised budget. Understood? Any questions here? Any confusions? This is called revised budget. So revised budget means decreasing? No, it may be increasing. My business is medicines manufacturing company. Now whether I will decrease my expenditure, last year my sales is, during 2019-20, last year expenditure is 5 crores. Now this year pandemic situations, my sales is increased like anything. I'm doing business of medicines. Then everyone is purchasing medicines a lot. Now it is, I need to increase my expenditure. Understood? Revised
Sir.
budget means it may be plus, may be minus. Understood? Any questions here? That is called revised budget. So while doing calculation, budget control configuration, whether you want revised budget also should be included, yes or no? Yes, I want budget, original budget plus revision budget minus actual expenditure. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Budget fund calculations. Next, Next, suppose this is 605 or 610 200. It is advertisement expenditure. It is 50,000. And this is some other travel expenditure, 80,000. This is travel. And this is advertisement. Okay, so people are not traveling. People are not traveling because pandemic situations, no one is traveling. Now the original budget is 80,000. Now 80,000 is waste, but total funds is 25 lakhs. Now I want to decrease this travel expenditure by 25,000 or 50,000. And I want to increase advertisement expenditure during pandemic 3,000. Suppose situations. This is called transfer budget. Transfer budget, because the total amount is not changing. But within expenditure, the general manager for that company has modifying some plus or minus within the budget. This is transfer budget. One is transfer in, this one is in, this is transfer out. Are you able to understand?
Sir.
This is in, whatever it is plus, it is in. It is whatever it is minus, it is transfer out. So I can map it. Budget transfers. So original budget plus budget revision plus budget transfer minus actual expenditure. Clear? Any doubt in this till now? Transfer budget means, what is the difference between revision budget and transfer budget? Means in the revision budget total amount is changing, but in the transfer budget total will not change.
Sir, how the total will not change when there is plus in and out?
So here you are decreasing, here you are increasing.
The same
What is
amount,
the
net as the contra, it is like this.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it is 0.
Same amount. Okay.
Yeah. This is after transfer budget. It is the total budget is 30,000. This is 1 lakh. Am I right?
Okay, fine. Yes.
Total is 1,30,000 only. There is no change. So that is transfer budget or budget transfer. Next, preliminary budget. So what is this preliminary budget? What is this preliminary budget? Suppose on 1st March 2020, as I am in medicines manufacturing company. I understood like in the entire world, some pandemic situations. Then suppose budget is not finalized. The budget is not finalized, it is not fixed. At least for each account, we need to have some amount, 601 200. 602 300 610 200 address and expense. So there is no finalized budget. Then at least we need to make minimum budget funds for each one. Otherwise, system will not allow you to me to post the transaction. 1000 1000 I have allocated. That is called preliminary budget. Understood? So it is not relevant. I will give you some information. It is not relevant for understanding purpose. I'm going to use this word. Suppose if you look at in 2014, in 2013, our foreign reserve funds are very minimal. In 2013, our foreign funds are very minimal. At that time, during 2014, for 14-15 budget, so the existing government has declared for only 4 months. The budget is mapped only for 4 months, means April, May, June, July. Later, new government, once it is formed in the month of June, they have declared the original budget for the entire year, financial year. Okay, maybe there are some technical problems or something. I don't know what is that. Okay, so I'm not expert in I mean, it's a parliament kind of thing. But I'm just giving you example for it is maybe relevant or may not be relevant. Preliminary budget means partially we are releasing for each and expenditure so that it can without any interrupting the business. That is preliminary budget. Understood? If it is the final budget is not like the actual budget, the entire original budget is not finalized, I can create preliminary budget. That is a temporary kind of budget. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the budget funds available is equal to original budget plus preliminary budget plus budget revision plus budget transfer minus actual expenditure. Okay, minus actual expenditure. Now draft revision, draft transfer in, draft transfer out. These things are what it means. Whenever you are entering budget register entry, at that time draft mode means it was not posted whether you want to include that one or not. Usually I don't include draft versions. Draft means created but not posted, but I don't like it, but I don't know the reason behind why it was given. So in some situations maybe it is used, so we will not use. I will not use it in my opinion, but maybe I did not came across the business scenario will be used for draft one also. Okay, in the same manner, actual expenditure unposted, whether you want to include or not. Usually I don't include. Means budget, suppose yesterday we have entered $250. Now today we have entered 4,800. Now I'm entering suppose $1,000, one more transaction. It should allow me, am I right? 4,800 I have not posted. Look at this one. So you have entered like general ledger, general journals. So yesterday in USMF, we have entered 4,800. So it is not posted. Now I'm entering one more transaction 1,000. 1,000. Now, whether it should allow me or not.
Should allow.
So if you want to allow, then don't select this checkbox, because unposted transaction also, if you want to include, then it will not stop. It will not allow you this one until and unless 4,800 is allowed. Understood? Got it? So usually, as a best practice, it should allow here. It should allow. If you want to allow, don't enable this checkbox in the calculator, because the previous transaction it is created, which is already stopping. Okay, unposted transaction. Next, check boxes. There are 5 check boxes are there. 5 check boxes are there. So last one is the last one, purchase requisition creation. At the time of purchase requisition creation, it will verify the budget. Next one is purchase requisition confirm, approval. Approved. At that time, it will verify the budget. Next, purchase requisition, purchase order, draft mode. Purchase order, approved. Next, purchase order, confirm. In each stage, budget funds will be verified. That is this one. Understood? It is T&L, of course, logistics related. Purchase requisition creation, purchase requisition confirmation or approval. Next, purchase order in draft mode, purchase order approved status, purchase order approved status. All these, those are, it will be validated. So I'm enabling this too, and purchase requisition I'm not enabling at this point. During purchase order, it is in the draft mode. It will validate, and this is purchase order at the time of approved status, and this is purchase order at the time of confirmation status. Budget funds availability verification, whether you want yes or no. This is purchase requisition creation. This is purchase requisition confirmation. Okay, so now actually, like, so whether you learned that one or you don't, I think you don't know about purchase order draft mode. Whenever we are creating purchase order, it is in approved status.
But yes,
Right?
yes.
Approved status. You don't know about draft status. Actually, there is one function called, this is logistics related entire thing, procurement and sourcing module, collapse all, setup, procurement and sourcing parameters. If you enable this Act 2 change management checkbox, if you enable this one, now if you create a purchase order, it will create in the draft mode and approval is mandatory. One item I'm selecting. Now it is in the draft mode. You cannot do a confirmation until and unless workflow is there. Understood? Workflow is mandatory. Through workflow only it will be approved. That is draft mode created, and through workflow it will be approved. Status will be changed to approved. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll see this one later. Okay, I will explain this one later. Let me go back, and I want to delete this workflow. I'm going to say active change management. I'm removing this one. We'll discuss this one. I will teach you, but actually this is completely T&L. I cannot teach purchase equation. That I will teach this. That is in T&L only, but we'll use this one. At least purchase order I will show you. Okay, this is in draft mode. This is in approved mode. This is in confirmed mode. In these three areas, budget funds will be verified. Okay. Next one is including carry forward amounts. Means last year balances I want to transfer to the next year. Yes, we can use it. I'm enabling this one. Means suppose if it is a like flyover construction for 5 years. Each year I'm spending 1 crore. Last year, if I suppose I have used only 80 lakhs, remaining 20 lakhs I want to use in the next year. Yes, in that case, you can use include carry forward amounts. Okay, so if you remove this checkbox, it is little bit different. If you enable this checkbox, it is different. It will consider carry forward budget. Last year budgets also will be carry forward. Okay, fine. I'm keeping. Next, journals. We learned only daily journals. In the same manner, I can use allocation journals. I can use expense reports. What is this expense reports? Let me explain you one by one. This is all about all modules it will be covered. We should know a high level picture at least. What are the journals available in the entire application? Daily journals, daily journals means this one. Daily journal. This is journal is daily journals. This am I right? Already you know. Now expense reports means expense management. Here expense reports. What is this expense reports? Means suppose if you travel from Hyderabad to Dubai, then once you come back, you need to submit your expenditure to the HR department. Am I right? Your company gives suppose $2,000 or $5,000 as the advance amount. Once you travel to Dubai and you come back, your flight tickets, your accommodation, your food expenses, and everything, you need to submit to the organization. That is expense reports. Understood? Okay, that is this one.
Yes, sir.
Next, fixed asset journals. So for budgeting also we have fixed asset journals. There is no much benefit, but let me show you. Here, budget, fixed asset budget journals. Means each fixed asset wise, we don't have amount as a budget, fixed asset budget. It is each fixed asset wise, you need to enter budget amount. If you want, you can enter. Understood? You need to create a fixed asset, you need to enter the fixed asset budget. That is fixed asset budget. Okay. Next, allocation journals. So allocation journals we have learned. General ledger, allocation journals, ledger allocations, allocation journals. This we have learned. Process allocation request. Allocation rules. So for that, whether you want budget yes or no, yes. Next, this first one and this one I am skipping. Time being, I will explain you. Next one is payroll statements. Payroll statements means like in HR and payroll, your salary will be processed. That journal at that time, whether you want budgeting yes or no. Next, project expenditure. Project expenses means we have project management and accounting module. Project management and accounting module. Here you can go to projects, you can create projects. You can create projects, and in these projects you can enter expenses journals. So whether you want that journal yes or no. Next, at the time of purchase order, whether you want yes or no. At the time of purchase requisition, yes or no. And travel requisition. Travel requisition means in the expense management, before going to suppose you are planning to go to Dubai, before going to Dubai, you are requesting like, I want this so and so money. That is travel requisition. I'm traveling, I want some amount. You need to raise a request to your HR department, so and so amount. That is travel requisition. That is this one. And invoice means at the time of invoice, whether you want budgeting yes or no. Understood all these things? Check boxes. So what are the journals you want to be included in the budgeting? You need to enable.
Sir, I have one question. So in
Yeah.
system, how many journals are available? Means those are these are the names, right, sir?
It's not like all the journals. Like vendor payment journal is there. Vendor payment journal will not include for budgeting.
Okay.
Customer payment journal, it is not included. Wherever
Okay.
budget is applicable, for that it was journals are there. Got it? In this, vendor payment journal is not there. Agree with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Only related to expense.
yes, exactly expenses. Okay, now what is this two? What is this advanced ledger entries? What is this general budget revisions? These two are public sector. I'm introducing the new word, public sector. Okay, in detailed discussion I will give you on Monday, public sector, what it means. So if it is in the general ledger module, so general ledger module, ledger setup, general ledger parameters. Here accounting rules, use posting definitions. If you enable, can anyone read this message?
If you select this checkbox, posting profiles are no longer used when you
Stop.
post it.
Posting profiles are no longer used. Means vendor posting profile, customer posting profile will not work. Vendor posting profile, customer posting profile will not work. That is, posting profiles are no longer used. Yeah, proceed once again.
Yeah, posting profiles are no longer used when you post a transaction that uses a type in the transaction posting definitions form.
So
Uh,
when you post a transaction that uses a type in the transaction posting definition. What is this transaction posting definition? Means here in this transaction posting definition, whatever here it is there, this will hit to the account. So purchasing have separately, accounts payable postings has separately, budget has posting separately. Okay, and this one it is posting definition. If we go here inside, here the ledger accounts are. So vendor posting profile will not work, customer posting profile will not work, this will work. That is this one. That is this one, general ledger parameters. So in this, it is not a simple checkbox. This is Chakraidam or Brahmastra. Application is completely redesigned. If you enable this checkbox, knowingly, unknowingly, if it is available, if you disable it, if it is disabled, it is enabled, it will create the entire problem. Means plastic surgery, like we saw in Telugu movie Yavadu. Allu Arjun becomes what is his name? Ram Charan. Okay, Allu Arjun becomes Ram Charan. Of course, height and weight is different, but cinema movie is there, it is coming. So this, if you are enabling or if you are disabling, it will create heavily problems. So this is called public sector. Okay, public sector means I will give you more insights on Monday once again. Okay, it is completely different application. Completely different application. It will become completely different application. Okay, in this public sector, if you enable this one, then here these two are applicable: advanced ledger entries, general budget reservations. These two will be used for public sector. And if you enable this checkbox, then it will allow you to select this one: enable budget appropriation, enable budget encumbrance process, like pre-encumbrance process, and then budget revisions. Okay, this will create a lot of problems if you mistakenly enable something. Understood? This checkboxes is not simple checkbox. Okay, this is completely redesigned.
What is the use this checkbox?
This one.
Yes.
So if it is enabled this checkbox in the purchase order and the purchase requisition, it is mandatory. It is without budget funds, you cannot post a transaction at all. Budget funds is mandatory process. Budget is mandatory means, suppose in case central government has not declared budget suppose in the month of February, Feb 1st, earlier it is February 28th, now it is February 1st. Whenever, if they are not declared for 2022 to 23, they cannot pay salary on April 30th. They cannot pay salaries to the government organizations because it is not declared. So that is public sector. For public sector, it is must budget should be entered, and it is by default, it is budget controls are firing. I mean to say, it is enabled by default. Now this one, if you don't want to activate, you can deactivate. But for this one, it is must. It is different process completely. Without budget, you cannot post single transaction. For public sector or for government, semi-government or government organizations, they need to have budget funds should be released in advance whenever you are doing expenditure. If it is a normal business, suppose I'm running my business like electronic shop, I may use this budget, yes or no. I may or may not. I may or may not. Am I right? But whereas public sector, it is must. It is must. Understood? It is must. So no faculty will explain you about public sector. If you go to any other person, no faculty will not touch this process at all. No one will explain. But here you need to know about this is related to public sector. So in the client environment, if it is enabled, don't disable. If it is disabled, don't enable. Suppose you are discussing with the developer and there is an issue and he suggested like it is disabled. Now enable this one. Don't enable. It is not like this small check boxes like remaining checkbox. This is application is redesigned on this checkbox. Just like in the country master, whenever you are creating a country in the new company, you are selecting country. At that time, I told you like by mistake I have selected India. I want to change it to USA. You cannot. In the same manner, it should impact heavily. You should not disable and enable with like a play. Don't play with this one. Okay. Any more questions? I know like this is public sector is completely different. So if anyone is asking about do you have public sector experience? I don't have experience. I have knowledge. You can speak like that. I'll recap about this public sector once again on Monday and we'll continue. Any more questions, team?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Satish, tell me.
Sir, I couldn't attend yesterday's class, sir. Basically, like I was trying to create a company, and basically I was seeing that products new. I wanted to. This product is a share data, right?
Product and product master is share data. Yes.
I wanted to get release. Can you just show me once, like
Yeah, okay.
basically I was not able to release new products.
I will show you. So in APL company, if you go to product information management, products, release products, it is already created by me. It is created by me. Now, if you want to use release, suppose 1000 is there already. 1000 is available in the globally. 1000.
Yes.
Right? We are using like
Yes,
1000.
yes,
Yes, you can select this 1000 and you can release. Next, this is T&L. You can select APL company. You can select APL company. The checkbox should be selected.
Okay. Fine, sir. I'll try it again today.
Okay. Next, you can click on next. So finish. This is T&L topic, trade and logistics topic. Now, if you go to products and product release products, 1000 will be available. Item 1000. But if you click on validate, it will throw error message. You need to map manuscripts. Item model group, item group, storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, everything you need to map it. Clear?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any more questions, team? Anyone?
Sir, this in budgeting, some few topics is not covered, sir. Still.
Budgeting?
Sorry, I'm sorry. The fixed assets.
Yeah, we'll discuss whatever it is, whatever you told. Like one is the pending topics you can write down. Okay,
Yeah.
once it is budgeting is completing, like at least Monday, Tuesday, if it is completed, something, then we'll discuss about fixed assets. But any topic is pending, we'll discuss. So, what are the topics you are like
The depreciation convention method.
Yeah.
Residual value, yes, salvage value.
Yeah, we'll discuss. Yeah, we'll discuss. Okay. As a pending point, write down as a pending point. Not only that one, purchase expenditure for product. While purchase invoice, purchase expenditure per product, zero is posting. And the very first day I told you, like, I will explain you later. It is
Yes,
later,
sir.
later. Till now I have not explained. That point also you need to discuss. Like, few topics are there, I will discuss. But you can note down, you also note down, please, so that
Yes,
I will
sir.
discuss. Okay.
Sir, in the company creation process, I forgot to map language. Now every time it is asking that language is a mandatory field.
So you need to go to vendor
So
and customer. You need to change. You need to map it. After creation of a company, suppose that will be carried forward to the vendor account. You are missing vendor
yes,
in vendor. So if you map in the
yes, sir.
vendor, it will resolve that issue.
No, sir. Every time it is like I have to map. So instead, can I go back and in the yes initial masters can I set up the language again?
So in the legal entity, you need to map it for the new vendors. For existing vendor,
Mm-hmm.
map it here. Then at the time of purchase order, it will not ask once again. Got it?
Couldn't get it, sir.
Suppose you have forgot, like you have not mapped language in the legal entity. Am I right? You forgot.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you are creating a purchase order, whenever you are selecting vendor account, it is asking like select language.
Yes, sir.
Every,
Every
yeah,
master,
yeah.
every ledger asking.
It's not like every ledger, every master. It is only for purchase order, sales order only it will ask.
Okay.
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 So now you can come to the vendor and map this vendor. So from
Uh-huh.
legal entities, it is derived from the language is from legal entity. It will be copied to the vendor, and from this vendor, it will be copied to the purchase order. Got it?
Okay.
So if you have missed this one, so it was missed here. That
Yes.
is the reason it is asking every time this one.
Yes, sir.
You can map here now. You need to map here definitely this map. But while creating vendor, it was not mapped in this one, so it is not there here. Am I right?
Yes.
Now you can map here. Then next time
Okay.
purchase order while creating, it will not ask. In the
Okay.
same manner
Okay.
for customer also. Got it?
So while creating customer master, we need to map the language if we forgot it legal entity at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the already existing customers, you need to map it. For the new customer, anyhow, you have map, then it will be derived from here to here. For the new customers, no
Okay.
issue.
Okay. Okay. Fine, sir.
Yeah.
Got it.
Fine. So see, everyone, if you are doing mistakes, from that mistakes, you can understand a lot. Okay. So if you do mistakes, you can understand. That is the reason if you create a company at least for 20 times, 25 times, every time you will do some mistake. It's not like the same mistake you are doing every time. Different mistakes, different times. Then you will learn a lot. Okay. If you learn company creation process strongly, you can face interview easily without any fear. Without any fear, you can face interview easily if you learn this, if you learn company creation process strongly. That is the reason I'm requesting everyone to create a new company and doing all the mistake, all the setups, and do mistakes. No problem. What is the problem? Anyhow, we are practicing only, and try to understand what is the error. So don't look at my steps, whatever I have provided. You need to do your own. That is your ultimate goal. If you are looking at my step by step, one by one, step 1, step 2, step 3, no use. You will never learn this application. Okay, fine. Any more questions, team?
Sir, I have a few questions, sir. If time permits, we can take it up now, sir. Otherwise, we can discuss on Monday. It's up to you, sir.
Yeah, tell me what are those?
Sir, during configuration, I have seen one option, sir. It's a currency gender. There we have masculine and feminine. I mean, I'm quite confused. I mean, importance of this particular.
That is not relevant for our country at all. Some other country localization it is there.
So, I mean, as far as where we use these kind of options only for the Europe countries, no sir, this masculine and feminine categorization.
Yeah, so I don't know which country it is. It is localization, country localization.
Okay. Sir, and during company code creation, there is also one option, sir, used for financial elimination process.
Yeah, consolidation and elimination. I need to explain. Sorry, one of the important topic, consolidation and elimination.
Okay. Sir, in real time, creating workflow is in the scope of a functional consultant or technical consultant, sir, that workflow creations.
It is techno-functional. So that is covered in 300 MB 300.
Okay. Sir, during data upload from legacy system to the Dynamics, I mean, do we use any mass templates, sir? I mean, for data transfer.
See, data management framework. Once again, 300. I will give you a high-level picture about DMF. I will not teach completely, but I will give you a high-level picture about this one, data management framework and workflow.
Okay. So one more question. I mean, in day-to-day business activities, I mean, we see a number of transactions. So if user want to enter those many transactions by one, it takes a lot of time. So instead of taking those transactions in a one-by-one manner, can they able to upload by using, I mean, any kind of template? I mean,
yes, Excel is there already. So in this one, whenever you are posting here, suppose journal entries, like it is Excel upload is there. That is also here it is there. That is DMF. Once again, it will be covered in DMF. See, in the lines, you can click on here. No need to enter manually one by one. In AX22 it is different, but in D365 it is available. It is not only one place, everywhere. Export. Let me show you. It will show you drop down. Give me a minute. See here. Understood?
Okay, sir, got it.
So it will open the Excel file. You can feed the Excel in the Excel file and you can publish it. Automatically it will be uploaded here.
Okay, sir. Sir, and one last question. In this Forex execution, we are executing for AP, AR, GL, and CMB. So I've executed for AP, sir. In that, the moment we execute it, the impact is getting captured in the subledger and both in the ledger and the subledger. So, but by executing for this individual module, we are capturing the impact in this ledger. But then what is the need to go and execute again for the general ledger? Because the moment we execute for the subledger, impact is going into the ledger, no sir. Again,
but actually for it is vendors and customers, it is fine. Those are summary accounts, am I right? But actually suppose some expenditure is not a subledger at all. Understood? Advance payment given to employee some 5,000 and we have collected once again 5,000. It was settled down. It is only ledger, it is not a subledger. Then where we can do it?
Okay. 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 At the time of GL Forex execution, it will not capture the summary accounts. It only captures the normal GL accounts.
Yes. So in that case, whenever you are doing this foreign currency revelation, if you go to general ledger, main accounts, you need to enable foreign currency revelation checkbox for ledger accounts. So for summary account, this one, I will not enable this checkbox. So it will not include foreign currency revelation for ledger. But for some other account, what yesterday we have created, two series, some advanced something. Yesterday, here suppose advanced, I have enabled checkbox. If it is enabled, then only it will execute in GL foreign currency revelation. For GL foreign currency revelation, this checkbox is must. Got it?
Okay, sir, got it.
Advance to employee, foreign consideration.
Fine, sir, fine.
Okay. For summary account, we will not enable. Any more questions?
No, sir, nothing. So that's it, sir.
See, as many as questions, please bring to me as many as questions. In such a way that I'm not able to answer your questions. I need to search and I need to come back to you. That is expectation from you. I don't have any ego issues. Like if you are asking anything, please try to dig and come back to me. Okay. Now it is more than 25 minutes. We'll connect once again on Monday, same time, 8 a.m. IST. See you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.